Alright, welcome back everyone. We are going in for the second Flashpoint on Smithon. So, Arano Restoration Attack Smithon. This is after the mission we already did on Smithon, raiding their supply. And from Lady Arano, the Restoration Army is engaged in a battle of attrition against Directorate forces, and our ground forces need resupply if they're going to prevail, yada yada. Looks like it's the same description as we had before, just the second subsequent deployment. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. Served cold. Lord Carossus challenged my authority. He was right to do so. His daughter died in my name. We're going to do what we can to earn his help and support. That means destroying the Newgrange, the smuggling ship that has been running weapons to the Directorate. I'll be the voice on comms for this drop. Let's get it done. Alright, so it's a 2.5 skull mission, a Martian mission. If memory serves, this is where the difficulty does start to go up a little bit with the Flashpoint missions. 2 million as a reward and 417 salvage. It's actually pretty nice. So let's go ahead and pick what lance we're going to be going with. And I think we're going to keep the same one that we dropped last time. So we have the Marauder, we have Bomb Squad and the Marauder. And this Marauder is the improved Heavy Gauss Marauder, not the one with the quad plasma rifles that we have been using. I need to put an FCS Advanced TC in this so I can get Breaching Shot with the improved Heavy Gauss. But we're going to have to take a look at that later. I really should just remove the Medium Pulse and put the FCS Advanced TC in there. Our heat efficiency is very nice, but we can talk about the build later on for that. We also have the Timberwolf, which this is the same Timberwolf that we've been using for a while. It's a wonderful flank and destroy mech, just absolutely catastrophic damage with the double ATM-9 firing those HE close range rounds. We have the rebuilt Axeman, piloted again by Slapdash, and this Axeman now carries an Ultra AC-20 and a bunch of medium lasers, well, ER medium lasers, as well as an FCS Advanced TC for the Breaching Shot if we need it, Supercharger to make that movement even faster, so we're actually moving at 7-8 with this thing. And we have the Nova carrying double medium VSPL, which I was very happy with last time. I wasn't sure I was sold on these previously. Actually, the last time I really played BTA was before the VSPL rework, back when they were still on the damage is proportional to how far you move. So what you do is you throw a bunch of them onto something with basically nothing but an engine and just, move 10 grid points and blast somebody. It was pretty entertaining, but that's the overview of our troops and, well, our mechs, I guess. Let's go ahead and drop in. Alright, that's the drop from Command Arano. There's a lot of activity on the ground. Newgrange is being prepped for launch. We're going to have a tight timetable to get there and blow the station's fuel reservoir before it lifts off. Turret emplacements, light battle mech activity on the ground, but it appears the security detail we were warned about is off-site for now, which is good. Side note, never take your security detail off-site. Just dumb decision. Alright. Be wary of the second
I'll be running ops for you from here.
Alright. Okay, so 25 tonner. We have medium turret, a light turret. That's all we can see for right now. We did see some other mechs over here, and there is going to be a tad more than that that we have to deal with. And so, I know we're running some different mechs than you'll have in the vanilla version of this, but if you are looking at this sort of Flashpoint, trying to get an idea of how to handle this particular mission, your objective is this fuel pumping station right in the back. What you might notice is that if you have some longer range weapons, you can get a pretty good angle on this thing from pretty far back. And the other thing too is that there are turret generators on the left hand side and on the right hand side here that you can also sort of be a little bit cheeky and get rid of from pretty far back as well. So what we're going to do is something that I don't usually advise. So I mean, yeah, we reserve down at 1. I do usually say that, but we're actually going to split our forces here. So we're going to take 2 mechs over on the right hand side, and we're going to take 2 mechs over on the left hand side. Usually I don't like to do this because the way that you defeat the AI in this game generally is defeat in detail. If you drop in 4 mechs and they drop in, say, 8 to 16, well, if you go 1 versus 4, you're going to lose. What you have to make it into is a series of 4v1s or 4v2s where you're concentrating and coordinating your own fire enough to bring things down. The thing is, yeah, these are light mechs, and we have good turret generator targets as well. So I think we can get away with a bit more of a scattered, I suppose, approach. So let's move up here. With the Axeman, we do have eyes now on the first turret, double SRM6, double flamer. Not really worried about that at the moment, and we will turn off the Ultra AC2 as well as one of these medium lasers. I don't want to build any heat on turn 1 with 63% accuracy against that light shredder turret. We do land 2 of those shots, and if we can keep landing those shots, it might just be worth it to go after the turret, not the turret generator. If you destroy the turret, you can still shoot at the turret generator, usually, I think. But of course it doesn't do anything, because the turret that it would take offline is already offline. So let's see where we can move the Marauder. We can move down here. The Timberwolf, yeah, that's a lot faster. And let's take a look at the Nova. There is a way down over on this right-hand side, and what I'm thinking is we'll drive the 2 lighter mechs over around that right-hand side for the moment. So we'll take the Nova up that way as well. What we're doing here is we're going to allow the Marauder and the Timberwolf to handle the actual mech opposition down in this this lower side, and we'll get the lighter mechs moving up, trying to hit that fuel pumping station as quickly as we can. So we can put the medium VSPLs into the long range mode, and now we have some good shots, but we're again building a fair amount of heat. So we're going to turn off that one ER medium laser, and we won't actually build all this heat if the streak SRMs fail to fire, which they will unless everything succeeds to hit. So let's just go ahead and do this right now. Yeah, in fact, neither of those streaks fired, but we don't need it. We were able to take that light turret down just fine. And there's a third mech coming over this way, so we have eyes on 2 55-tonners and a 25-tonner over on that side. But he wasn't able to take a shot at us, which is good. We're going to come up here, get as close as we can to that guy. And let's see, there's a commando. Medium laser, SRM-10. Shadowhawk. Guess the commando hasn't moved yet. At least, yeah, no, hasn't moved yet. We can take this shot. The ATM-9s, we have enough ammunition. Just use our standard ammunition. We do, it looks like tear open the right arm on that Shadowhawk. Not exactly the best. We want the right torso on that thing gone to take this big gun offline. Probably an AC-5. Of course, it's configuration dependent, but I don't quite remember. And, of course, this different Marauder configuration does carry an AMS, which might be useful, might not be useful, we'll have to see. So we'll bring the Marauder down, and this thing, yeah, not the best accuracy. Could be worth it, because we'll land, one of these medium lasers, but I think I'd rather go ahead and sensor ping that Shadowhawk. What's this? Oh, no bleed out. Okay. So that'll hurt his accuracy, it'll also improve our accuracy on him the next turn. Always a good thing to use when you can. If I hadn't wanted to take out that turret, I would have used it there as well, but as it is, I think these 2 mechs will become a decently good flanking force for us. So let's see what we can do next. That guy's moving on 6, okay. That's fine, let's take a look. Now we have decent accuracy on him, and if I get closer, it doesn't really do much. That will block off. Will that block off? Well, yeah, so we're gonna move up here. We don't have the best accuracy on this guy, but that's okay. Pretty soon we'll get our accuracy bonus from Resolve, and then shortly after that we'll get our first Precision Strike. And a 63% chance to hit. We have 12 ammo on that improved Heavy Gauss. This, could be worth it. Oof. Yeah, okay. We pound it right into the CT there. And now we do see... Oof, okay. Sensor lock on the Marauder, not making me very happy. And there are a couple other turrets as well, so we do need to hit that turret generator if we can. Sooner rather than later. I might even hit this one as well. It might have that medium turret. There might be something else back here. I'm not entirely sure. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Take the Nova up. How much health does that turret generator have? Oh, it won't tell me. Really? Interesting, I can see that. I can't see... Alright, well, regardless, let's run up here. And let's aim in 275. Can we get there? Can we get there? So these will do 10 each. That's, you know, combined 100 if they all hit, which they probably won't. Oh, okay, I mean, they will, yeah. Oh, 160, 210. It won't be enough on long. Can't get the shots on close, but I can on medium. We might be able to just barely get there. The missiles are firing, that's a good sign, and just unable to do it. So we will need backup fire from the Axeman to take those things offline. And let's go ahead and do that sooner rather than later. Oh, here. Should be fine. No reason to shoot the UAC-20 still. Now we will go ahead and pop defensive formation, give everything a 20% damage resist, and now I need to land one of these. 88% chance. We can get away with firing 3. Actually, I landed all 3, which is nice. And did that take another turret offline? Yes, it did. So the medium turret that was in the center there is gone. And now we just have the 2 turrets in the back. And we might target those with the Timberwolf this turn. Might not. Wolverine 6R. I'd like to get my hands on that. I love Wolverines. Very solid medium mech, which will be quite nice. Let's see. Where's our best shot? So a little far from that thing. I assume it has 275 as well. That'd be a little bit meaty to get through in one go. We've pounded into that Shadow Hawk pretty well. So I tell you what, let's come up here and take a look in, Okay, that's fine. We're running pretty hot in the Martian biome. So turn off Clan SRM. Yeah, we'll do that. And we're using the standard ATM-9 ammunition as well, so we're not burning our HEs just in case there is a definitely not expected plot twist bad guy we have to fight at the end of this. EC5 down. Okay, so we took his big gun offline, but I had hoped... Oh, left torso, not right, my apologies. I had hoped we'd be able to do a little bit more. Yeah, that's okay. Not really landing the best kills on this turn, but that should switch around here pretty soon. I'm hoping we can take the commando out in a single go, especially if he does expose that rear arc like he just did. Next turn we'll be able to hit him with the Marauder on that rear arc with the improved heavy Gauss, so unless we just swing and a miss there, we should be okay. And they're firing in at our heavier mechs, which is fine. This is exactly why I split, right? The 2 heavier mechs can handle this opposition for a little while, while the lighter mechs just, demolish that Panther and get through to the objective. A little bit of rear fire going in on the Timberwolf. I would like to avoid that. Commando moving twice in a row is actually pretty good on their part. We could just stand here, but that is a nice way to die, usually. Unfortunately, our moves aren't really getting us any evasion. So you know what? We will just stand here. And just to make sure this thing dies, we're going to definitely overkill it a little bit. Yeah, that's a dead. There was no reason to fire anything but the improved heavy Gauss, but I would have felt like a fool if we'd missed the 90% chance and that commando was just sitting there, sitting pretty going, yeah, you can't kill me. Du kan inte dräpa mig and all that. So, that looks like an AC-2 turret. Yeah, these guys aren't making me happy, that's for sure. Let's see, what can we do here? Can I get up around behind him? I can. Let's see if we can take out this Panther in one go. We're running a little hot already, which is not ideal. If we switch to the close-in shots here, yeah, we're cooking. Okay, so what's worth the most heat? Yeah, we'll turn off the ER mediums because the medium VSPLs on close are doing a better job of that. And let's go ahead and fire in. 1, 2, and the SRMs. Okay, so if we'd been able to fire everything, we probably could have taken that mech down, but as it is, he is unfortunately still up. And not very happy, but still alive. Timberwolf taking a fair amount of fire. We might have to pop the other ability on him, the one that gives us, what is it? Kill stab damage and gives entrenched, or not entrenched, yeah. The non-precision strike ability, I suppose. We might have to use that on him just to avoid building up some stability damage if we do sprint. And I would like to sprint, and there's a reason why. Vigilance, yes. So we will pop the Vigilance, and the reason why is we're going to come over here, and we're going to kill these turrets because I've had enough of them. So we have to get 275. Let's see how we can do that. Each one of those is 72. That makes for 144. We're going to assume that we're going to miss some. Let's count on maybe 130 damage from that. Take that up to 185 with the ER large. And we will have to fire the SRM 6s, at least 2 of them. It's just Alpha Strike for good measure. It's shooting more than enough damage, but I don't want to leave that turret generator on. Yeah, good.
That should take their turrets offline.
Okay, so that was 2 kills with 1 shot, right? We killed 2 turrets, took a lot of guns offline, which is exactly what we want to do, and now we still have the Axeman, who can move up and get his guns online against this very damaged Panther. And the thing is, when we're taking a side shot like this, you might consider that rear shot wasted, but we have dug through to the structure in what remains of this Panther. So yeah, I mean, from the side we do have to go in, usually it's considered a frontal shot if you land the CT, through that 70 armor, but there's not all that much left underneath it, which can be very nice. So we could fire the UAC-20 on single mode, be a bit of a coin toss. We'll turn off one of the air mediums again, minding that heat, and we'll do that. We do land it. Looks like we took out a leg there. Yeah, unfortunate. I kind of hoped that would go into the CT and just kill that mech outright, but we weren't so lucky. Injury resisted, but I mean that Panther is it's definitely seen better days, that's for sure. So the Marauder can now move up. I mean, we're going to be flanking with a Timberwolf, but that's moving on 6. I'd like to get something else out of the way before we do that. Thing is, I don't want to get too close. You know what? Let's move with the Nova and really try to take out this Panther now again. Shoot in, what's... Go for the leg, why not? Bit of a waste double legging the mech that we had started coring through the back of, but it's not like I'm really not a big fan of Panthers as fire support, so I consider it no great loss. We'll reserve down to 6, yes, they get a chance to move, but then after that we can move the Timberwolf back around. Or, if they're exposing the back of that Wolverine... No, be smart. Do it the smart way. Okay. We're going to take advantage of the facing of the Shadowhawk that they haven't yet moved. We're going to come up here. And now it is time to go ahead and switch over to the HE. We could Battle Lord, and we will. Yeah, we're burning a little hot here. But as you guys have seen me do before, we turn off some of the SRM-6s when we rely on that increased damage from the ATM-9s combined with the Battle Lord damage buff to dig through the back of that Shadowhawk. And that mech is down. Good. Which leaves us with a Marauder who has a wonderful rear angle shot on that Wolverine, which is very nice. Let's see how the accuracy is there. Yeah, that's okay. I would like to get this guy moving up a little bit more than he currently is, but yeah, that's what we can do at the moment. Let's turn off the improved heavy Gauss. The Marauder will be able to move before that Wolverine next turn, and I want the recoil on that thing gone. I also want our heat down a little bit, so we'll consider this a do some light damage, and then on our next turn we'll go around for the finishing shot on that. So moving the Axeman up, and 650, wow, okay, tell me how you really feel. I'll precise strike this. It's a bit of a waste, but I could land both of those, the 200. I mean, it's not even as much as we need, but let's go for it. Captain of the Newgrange, hold your fire, damn it. We are a civilian transport, not a military dropship. I know what you are. Power down your engines and surrender. Your ship will be destroyed. And the Newgrange captain coming back with, that's a resounding nope. So, Kamea is giving them a chance to surrender again. Cut the comm feed. And we're blowing the reservoir.
Take that dropship out.
Okay, kill the dropship. Yes, ma'am. Aim to please, as long as the money is good. Oh, man. Once again, the improved heavy gauss was all that we really needed there. Of course, there was no guarantee it would land into the CT like it did. It could have landed them on the shoulders, and it would have needed the support. But that was just... oof. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Let's come up here, let's just ping some fire in with the Nova. I would like us to cool down before we have our next engagement here, so we'll get ourselves cooling down a little bit, but still, there's a lot of health to get through on that thing. Axeman, yeah, that's roasty. Good. Just one more shot needed, and we can go ahead and finish it off with the Timberwolf. So no need to waste anything here, we'll just shoot with the ER large. You'll love to see it. Lady Arano, Newgrange is down. And oh, what's this? That security force that they definitely should never have moved away is now in. And it looks like it's gotten some upgrades from BTA, that's nice. Victoria Espinoza, are you fool? Do you have any idea what you've just done? You'll pay with your life. So we get a rematch against Victoria. If you guys remember in the first mission, she turned off our mech, and we had to eject. We didn't actually have a chance to fight her. Looks like she's using a Corsair. Okay, some damage going into the Axeman. We didn't have the evasion pips that we should have, and they all get a chance to move on turn 1 here. That's not great. Lots of fire going into the Nova from that Corsair. Gonna have to watch our facings. There's a 35 tonner and then a catapult K3. Ooh, it links. Very nice. It's like green clan tech. I can't tell. Catapult. Shooting at the Axeman does land one of those PPCs. Gonna give us some accuracy trouble considering we did just fire the UAC-20. And the more important thing is that our Marauder is out of position. And he is our heavy fire support on this lance. So if we take a look in, the Nova took a good wallop to the right leg, a decent wallop to the right torso, so we're going to have him moving around to the right hand side, keeping the left facing against their mechs. And no, okay, the Lynx is not carrying clan tech. Corsair is carrying a lot of light rifles. It's a bit of a periphery build. It's a little weird. We're going to pop the Vigilance on the Nova, kill that stability damage to it, and protect ourselves a little better. And we'll move around here. So let's see. I want the ERPPCs off the battlefield, but I also want that fire starter gone. Reason being, that fire starter is a complete menace on a Martian biome like the one that we're currently on, right? Like it will burn us to pieces, and we won't be able to sink the heat and competently fire. Unfortunately, I did that a little too early, so he does have a chance to move and reset his evasion pips, but he didn't move as far, so actually no evasion on that fire starter. Makes him a pretty tempting target. Can I get up far enough to hit him? No, I can't. But I can get up far enough to go in after... oh man. Yeah, we're a little out of position here. We're going to sprint up to here, and I'm not going to fire the improved heavy gauss, not with the coin flip. I need that to land. So we are just going to fire the quad ER medium. Okay, we do miss with one of them, but that is some nice light damage in against that Lynx before it's a chance to move. She's moving now. PPC lands right in on the Nova, and that structure exposed, so we're going to have to be very careful with him. I am a little bit worried now, but the Lynx is cooking himself, which is nice. Take a look at the Nova. It was the right torso. We lose some clan double heat sinks if we lose this, so I would really prefer not to. We have to give that Corsair a distraction. How can we do that? So first off, First off, let's move up here with the Axeman. Present a little bit of a left central facing, because the right side was the one that took damage. And we'll pop the defensive formation with the Axeman, give everyone 20%, resist regardless of positioning. And we'll come in here with the triple ER medium on the fire starter. Okay, okay. Alright. Our catapult K3 is moving now. Let's see where he goes into. He's standing still. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. We decided to stand still and alpha strike at us, missing everything because of the evasion on the Axeman, building a little bit of heat. More importantly, not landing those ERPPCs on things that I want to have decent effectiveness. And we're going to wait with the Timberwolf, because the Timberwolf, his job is going to be to kill that Corsair outright. Taking a little bit of light rifle fire. Not a lot. Decent stability damage off those light rifles, I have to say. That is somewhat impressive. And now we have a Timberwolf able to move and groove. Let's go up here. We could go for the long flank, but I don't have jump jets on this thing because I don't believe in jump jets in the early mid-game anyway. Better to just be more survivable and do your flanking on the ground. So we can fire him at the catapult or the Corsair. Take a look at the Corsair's back armor. Okay, Corsair rugged. 210 on that CT. We're going to need everything we can on it, which means I need to fire in at least one of those ATM alpha strikes here. So we can't afford to build any heat. Let's shoot him with the catapult. And we'll go in with the SRM 6s, but not enough to build heat. Let's do that. And the reason I'm doing this is because we're going to follow up on the next turn with a hit to the side of that catapult. The Nova, moving on 9, we really do need a left side facing here now, otherwise we will be in significant trouble with this thing, so we're going to go ahead and move him fast. And we're going to do a little bit of an extreme left face here, staring right at that rock wall, but twisting in and shooting everything we've got. Can I land close? Okay, not the best accuracy on the close, so let's stick one with the close, one with the medium for the extra 10 damage if we can manage it. Shooting in with this fire starter. Structure exposed, I like to see it. Jump jets destroyed, left leg down. Guardian ECM destroyed, very nice, so that thing will be easier to hit now. And he's going to the ground.
You will not defeat us.
Oof.
I will break you.
Okay.
Mercenary scum.
Mercenary scum who just took out one of your pilots, so, you know, if we're scum and we're better than you, what does that say about you exactly? Okay, so we'll come up here now. I'm not too worried about the Lynx because he is cooking himself. Let's see what sort of accuracy we can get. Yeah, I mean, the medium pulse just doesn't suit the style of this Mac. We'll tear that off, get some better hardware in here. Go in with the precision strike. We do land on that leg, good. Left leg destroyed. And that catapult is going to fall right over. Great. So that is actually a -2 to his initiative, -1 from the precision strike, -1 from the fall down. Pretty nice for us. Lynx opening fire again. I don't know if that was enough to push his heat up, but he might not be able to sink that. And yeah, exactly, he sank just a little bit, but not a lot. So now we go in for the kill. Okay. Good. So we could Battle Lord, but to manage our heat we'd have to turn off one of the SRMs. The math on that's not phenomenal. Instead we are going to Precision Strike, slow this guy down to 3 just in case we can't get the kill. But I'm hoping we can do it. And, well, Timberwolf, don't fail me now.
I will kill you, mercenary.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Corsair's down, only one salvageable part, but that's okay. We sold the last Corsair that we got from these missions, so I'm not exactly concerned. And now we can come in, get a nice kick in with this thing, and the Axeman can kick and fire the Ultra AC-20, which we're going to do just to send a message. Not even fire the... No, okay, that would cook us. Very well. You hurt my friend. It might not be an Inyo Montoya, but prepared to die. And of course, as I say that, it does look like that mech survived. Yeah, and he's picking himself up. We tore off the right torso completely on that thing. He does land a PPC shot. We have 60% damage mitigation, 40 from effects, 20 from our pilot skill. So not really the worst thing I've ever seen there. And we'll move up. Let's see what we can do. The Lynx, I think... yeah, I mean, that is a little troublesome, but I want the catapult dead. Oh, he is within range of the medium pulse. Oh, fair enough. If we have it, we'll shoot it. Oh, that mech is hanging on somehow, and I have no idea how. We're gonna reserve down with the Nova. I should probably move him. The only real risk here is that the Lynx does exactly that, backs up, shoots in the back of the Timberwolf, luckily missing that PPC shot. And, you know, this was a risk, but we took the Corsair offline in one turn, and this Timberwolf sort of lives to take those risks for us, although he might not necessarily know that. So I'm going to go on the sprint because I want to still present a left side facing, just to protect that exposed right side of the Nova. We will precise strike on this guy. Oof, that's burning nice and toasty. We can switch the closes, fire here, yep.
No!
That mech is
Not
down.
possible! I can still win this!
I don't think you can still win this. You have one mech who's currently overheating. Good luck, I guess, but I'm not putting my money on it. And this is exactly why we put the turbocharger in here, by the way. Our Axeman can get all the way up there and hit him, and he can still fire the Ultra AC-20 on it too. Beautiful. I think that was the farthest we could possibly have gone for it. Structure exposed off the axe hit. Let's see if we can land 1 and 2. We do miss the second shot. That Lynx has seen better days, that's for sure. Both of the arms exposed. I think we will just follow up with a rear strike here. We have to turn off one of the SRM-6s. Potential for friendly fire if we miss through, but we have good enough accuracy, and it's not a problem. That Lynx is down, and that's the mission. Good job, good job. Alright, so thank you guys for hanging out. If you want to keep hanging around, I'll show you the BTA loot cache. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.
Mission successful.
Okay, so ammo cost deducted, unfortunately, but we got 1.987 million, which is pretty nice because our funds are not exactly great. We had an expensive rebuild. I had to put in a Clan XL engine, but building a little bit of rep with the Organ Coalition, not that that really matters too much. Yep, structure exposed in the Nova, we will have to fix that. Okay, let's take a look at our salvage. We get our selection of 4. The Corsair part is expensive, so we can get good money for selling it, which is pretty nice. We take the Lynx parts, not great salvage on other things. Oh, I don't know. 5 double heat sinks. Fair enough. I'll take the Wolverine part, because I like the Wolverine. I'll take the Lynx part, although I wasn't that impressed by that mech. I guess it carried a heavy armament for its weight class. I assumed it was a heavy, not a medium, but, oh well. Got a bunch more, some fire starter parts, more Lynx parts, that sort of weapons. Nothing crazy. Alright, we've captured Lady Espinosa. Okay. Fine, fine. Newgrange burns in the distance as the leopard settles the ground from Anvil's bloody sky. Well, let's go ahead and watch the cutscene. Why not? We'll guard the escape pod. Beautiful cutscene. Oh, sweet revenge. Sweet, sweet revenge. Okay. In exile, I orbit around Alloway. Victoria, I've been waiting 3 years for this. Are you enjoying your cell? Had it assembled just for you. Pathetic little army that just beat you in a fight, so I'm not sure who you're insulting there, but more power to you, I suppose. Okay. Smuggling ship. Okay. Yeah, it's a smoldering heap of scrap metal now. Sooner or later we'll face off again, and that day comes, I'll share your cockpit in two. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be how that works out for you. Okay. Alright. Well. Periphery politics, periphery politics. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care to do the whole revenge for Raju. Big talk from a woman in a cell. Did you think you were winning? The jaws of our trap are already closing around your neck. Well, she has a point there, actually, but I won't ruin the surprise. Talk like a cartoon villain. It's entertaining. Alright. Set a course to Smithon. Ah, yeah, that was on a moon. Mending fences. Simon Carosus. Staff has Lady Espinosa. Yeah, we've earned his support. Good. Yeah. Very well. Glad to be of service. Let's see what we'll do for us. Recompense. Hidden data archive. Yeah. Okay. We'll use our ancestry option. Oh well. We have a specialty device because reason. Deus Ex Machina and all that. Alright. Good. Mending fences. Mending fences indeed. And here's our fabled BTA loot cache. Let's see what we get. Alright, 350,000 C bills, not bad. Another improved binary laser. I might actually build something with 2 of these. I do like the symmetry that would offer us. And we get a Royal Kintaro part. I thought for a second that was the whole mech, but nope. Improved jump jets. Okay, these are actually... I mean, the tonnage is ridiculous. Holy cow. Wow. Still, we should look at something like that, because if I can put in some improved jump jets on something, maybe something light. Yeah, the double weight off the improved is something we'll have to at least think about, but we might be able to make a, jump and blast type build out of something, fill it up with clan SRMs. We'll need a lot of cooling for something like that. Alright. that's it for this episode, folks. Thanks for hanging around, and we'll see you again real soon.